dearest friends. And it wasn't something that I broadcast. I can broadcast it now because I'm through it.
Yes.
But at the time, I didn't realize where it came from. I was literally, when I had this panic attack, I was sitting by my pool. My feet were in the water. I was talking to a friend on the phone about nothing, just, how's your day? And all of a sudden, my heart started to go, and I started to get a cold sweat, and I couldn't regulate my heartbeat, and there was nobody around. I had 2 kids in the house, and I was literally on the phone with a friend, and my husband was not available. And I was freaked out, and I called 911, and I was taken to Henry Mayo, the hospital here in town, and basically after all the tests had done, the doctor came in and said, you had a severe panic attack and you'll probably have another one.
Wow.
And I didn't realize, finally when I went to seek help for them, I was told that there was a kind of an electrical trigger that happened, and they asked me, what has gone on in your life? And what have you suppressed in your life? And what has really driven you right now? What's your life like? So I talked about my company, building my company, and I talked about all of these things. And then the very last thing I mentioned was, oh yeah, I've been, we went through such a terrible time with our daughter, but she's good now. Things are good. And that was it. That was like the one thing I wasn't talking about. And that was the thing that really triggered I don't know where it came from, but it got me physically ill.
Yeah.
And mentally ill.
Yeah.
And
because what happens, we keep pushing things down, thinking that, by ignoring it, it's just going to go away.
Right.
It's not going to go away. It's going to surface. Whether it is a month later or 10 years later, it all comes to the surface. Unless we are willing to deal with it, it's not going to go away.
Well, that's when my work began, because I had not really addressed it.
Yes.
So because when you're in that fight or flight, and when you're in survival mode, and when you're trying to help somebody else survive, I mean, most people, I do think, kind of suppress that, and they move forward.
Because nothing else matters except this.
The survival.
Yes.
Yeah. And so so physically those things have happened to me. I will say this, I'm not entirely I don't really understand the whole panic attack thing, but I do know that once I started suffering from them, I had them quite a bit for a long time. Then they went away, and I've had them again at certain times. But I know what they are, and I know how to deal with it. But that was the way my body decided to handle that kind of thing, and I know other people get other things, and so it is a good idea to find people in your life that can help you and talk with you and really talk about the things that are self-care, things that you need to talk about, instead of feeling shame or depression or feeling bad about maybe what you caused. To really take that personal development and I actually think of it more like a toolbox, that I can go to this toolbox and I can say, you know what, I got this. I got it. I know what this is. I'm going to be able to attack it. It's okay. It's coming. I hear it. I feel it. I know how to get rid of it. Yeah. That's a big deal.
Yes.
And it's empowering.
Because you have the tools to work it out, work through it.
Yeah. And it's an ever-going process, by the way.
Yes.
It's
it
ongoing.
Never stops.
Right. I'm certainly no expert in any of it. I'm just I just live my life, and I try to do the best that I possibly can. But I am not somebody that will allow myself anymore to punish myself for things that I have no control over. And although I lived for a very long time thinking I could control it, it's not something that I can control. So I have to give myself permission to not be the sacrificial lamb, to do everything I can to maybe help, assist, do what I can with the knowledge that I have to empower other people, to be a great friend, mentor, listener, and to know that we all go through lots of things in our life, and that there are people surrounding us that do too, and that we have to realize that when we talk about things, instead of feeling shame or feeling like guilt or that we've done something wrong, that the more we share the things that we're going through, the more we will hear from other people that they too are experiencing things, and together we can have the strength to move forward and find a way to get out of that dark hole and to empower one another to be happy and to feel positive and to do great things in our life and all of that, right?
Yes,
So-
exactly.
so
Thank you so much, Annie.
thank
That is
you.
wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having
And
me.
you mentioned that sharing our stories not only empower us, heals us, but empower others.
Yes.
And it will touch somebody's life. And I'm hoping somebody out there who's watching this, if you have a story, give me a call. Email me at azamirelian@healtheheart.com, and let's chat a bit and share your story. Thank you so much for watching.